Hello fellow cinephiles, Film Guru here. Today I'm reviewing Deadpool 2. This was directed by David Leitch, who'd previously done Atomic Blonde, and stars Ryan Reynolds, Josh Brolin, Marina Baccarin, and Zazie Beetz. And this is continuous on the story of Wade Wilson, Deadpool, played by Ryan Reynolds, and him trying to stop bad people the only way he knows how, by killing them. And after an incident does occur, he starts to go off the rails a little bit, off track, and he sort of doesn't know what to do with himself. He ultimately is taken in by the limited amount of X-Men characters we do see in the Deadpool franchise, and becomes part of their team as a trainee, as they keep saying. He ultimately starts his own force called X-Force. This is a group of misfit people with very unique and strange abilities. One in particular has luck. Is the character Domino, played by Zazie Beetz, which is kind of an interesting ability to have, I guess, within the thing. Ultimately, it looks at the introduction of Cable, played by Josh Brolin, into the franchise, and introduces time travel as a device into the Deadpool world. It really looks at Deadpool and his X-Force group of misfits trying to stop Cable from killing a young boy who has supernatural abilities, played by Julian Dennison. And it's really about them trying to stop Cable from killing the kid. And it sort of ends up in this epic battle towards the end, and it's about Deadpool trying to do the right thing for once, and not trying to kill everybody, but trying to do the right thing and look after this kid and protect him from being killed. Look, I absolutely love this film. It's everything you want in a Deadpool film. It's actiony, it's very funny, it's entertaining and sucks you into the world. It's epic. It's so much bigger film than the first one. It's so epic on so many levels. And the action sequences are brilliantly choreographed and shot, and they look fantastic. So much going on in particular scenes. There's one particular scene in a warehouse where he's trying to kill this guy, and he's going through this warehouse, and there's people running everywhere, and he's taking them out and chasing this guy. It's so well done, so brilliant. Brilliantly executed scene, and it's just fantastic, that sort of stuff that it transpires. Firstly, let's look at the acting. Josh Brolin is fantastic here as Cable. Much like the joke that Deadpool says, he is a little short to play Cable compared to the comics, who made him a much bigger 6-foot solid sort of man. But Josh Brolin is brilliant here, does a really great job as Cable. Very serious, but has moments of humour, and is a great companion for Deadpool, and they bounce off each other really well. Ryan Reynolds is brilliant again as Deadpool, the only person I could ever see playing this sort of character, and he ups the ante with the jokes. There's a lot of great one-liners and very funny things that transpire through it. There's moments within the X-Men mansion that are really, really funny and fantastic. And he's a very reluctant character as usual, not wanting to get involved in stuff, but he's pushed to get involved in it. It does hit a lot of the similar beats that the first film does, but it does it in such a brilliant way. The opening sequence is not so much a slow motion with really great music, it's more of a James Bond intro, and it's very clever the way they sort of do it, and the way they execute that sort of thing, and makes it very, very funny. The jokes are hilarious. I found myself laughing so much through it, and it brought me to tears, some of the jokes. Just the one-liners and the way that Ryan Reynolds delivers these lines is just fantastic. The chick who plays Domino, Zazie Beetz, is really great here, and this character is really fun and interesting. Her super ability, shall we say, is luck. She just assumes everything will work out, and she goes about doing that, and it strangely does work out for her in different ways. And she's such a really fascinating character, and I can't wait to see more of her in the world. They just announced they're doing an X-Force movie, which is bringing back her, Ryan Reynolds and Josh Brolin. So it'd be very interesting to see how that sort of transpires. There's great little cameos in here from different actors, and there's a character called Peter. I won't go into too much detail about him, but he's absolutely fantastic and has some really great humorous moments between him and Deadpool. It's really, really funny. The action sequences, like I said, were really great. There's some car chase scenes. There's a real epic fight at the end. It's just so brutal and huge on scale. You can see they've had much more money given to them to make the sequel than they did the first, and they just sort of expand on that. Like the first one was very simple and sort of basic story, well done, very humorous. The action was quite good. In this, I think the action is much better, and the execution of particular things. And like I said, it is a classic Deadpool film. There's a lot of humor to be had, and a lot of fun. The dialogue is very clever. The one-liners are very, very funny. And it's just sort of such a great film, and it's such a film on an epic scale that he's been able to create. And Ryan Reynolds is just continually making this franchise, I guess, even better. It'd be interesting to see what they do, if they just do the X-Force film, or if they go on to do another Deadpool movie. It's a series I really like, and I enjoy this much more than I did in Avengers Infinity War. Because it just knew what it wanted to be, and it executed that quite well. It has quite a bit of heart and a lot of emotion coming from the Deadpool character and his girlfriend Vanessa, and it gives it a lot of heart and power there. And the relationship between Deadpool and Julian Dennison's character is really, really great. They introduce some other X-Men characters in small ways, and it's very wonderful what they do. Overall, I just felt this film was just fantastic and thoroughly enjoyed it. I was entertained from start to end, and I quite enjoyed the action and was really blown away with what they were able to achieve with this on a much bigger scale than they did the first one. Look, final verdict. If you liked the original Deadpool, you're probably going to love this film. If you like a superhero movie which we're saturated with, that's different, with a bit of an anti-hero, less than a superhero, you probably really enjoy this. If you like a good action, entertaining film filled with really funny moments, great sequences, and well acted and directed, this is definitely for you. I'd be surprised if people who like comic book movies wouldn't enjoy this, but there may be some people who don't sort of get the fun out of this sort of film. But I just love it, and I love he breaks the fourth wall, and I just love that the character's so well done and so great, and he's perfect. Ryan Reynolds is perfect in playing this role. Look, I'm going to give this film 4.5 out of 5. I bumped it up from 4 to 4.5 because I just felt it was so well done and it was perfectly executed, and it was the film I wanted it to be. And I wasn't disappointed at all with what they presented to me to watch. That's all from me today. If you enjoyed what you've heard here, please hit subscribe down the bottom. Otherwise, until next time, enjoy the movies.